You'll figure it out, I know. We ready, Rhonda? Okay. It's 9 o'clock. We'd like to start with the pledge and prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for this day, this wonderful day of February, where it's going to be one as it usually is. Thank you for that. As we do business with the county this morning, just ask that you lead us and guide us, give us what we need to be able to make wise decisions. Pray this in your name.
Very good. You're not a rookie anymore. That's your very first prayer. Thank you for that. That's awesome. It's one thing to be asked and another thing to accept that responsibility, and I appreciate you. I'd like to call the meeting to order, entertain a motion for the signing of the claims and minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the claims and minutes.
Second. Bob Conley, second.
Second. Brad Jackson. Oh, you gonna do the ready for the vote?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Brad
in favor,
Jackson,
signify by
aye.
saying aye.
You have to take a roll call.
Say again.
You have to take a roll call because Brad's on.
Okay. Bob Conley, aye.
Gary Gronier, aye.
Brad Jackson, aye.
Very good. Thanks, Brad.
You're welcome.
We'll start out with our Veteran of the Month, U.S. Army Samuel Ralph Reif. Our Veteran Service Officer, Daryl McDowell. Mr. McDowell.
Good morning. Good
morning.
morning. I have the pleasure to introduce the Commissioner's Choice, Veteran's Choice for the month of February. Samuel Ralph Reif was born in Pierceton, Indiana on March 1928 to Ralph and Lily. He was one of 5 siblings who attended Pierceton School and worked on the family farm. After school, he worked with Arnold Corporation and continued farming until he was drafted into the United States Army in October of 1950. He attended basic training at Fort Benning, Georgia, and then shipped directly to Frankfurt, Germany, and assigned to a medical company in the 8th Infantry Division, known as the Pathfinders. He was a combat medic, which is a job by itself that often people don't recognize until it's time. It's kind of like a mechanic, who was assigned as a driver as well for the commander of the medical company, which is not a bad gig either. Has a lot of bennies, good times. Corporal Reif served 2 years in the United States Army and was honorably discharged in September 1952. After proudly serving his country, Samuel returned to Warsaw in the Barbie Lake area to continue farming and work at DeGood Tractor Sales in Warsaw. He was married to Geraldine for 69 wonderful years together. Wow. They both raised 4 children and have 7 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren. Sam continues to live in the Irish Lake area of Warsaw. Ladies and gentlemen, our Veteran of the Month, Sam, please. Okay, with that, Kosciuszko County awards the Veteran of the Month to Sam Reif in recognition for his outstanding contributions to the mission of serving the people of the United States and the residents of Kosciuszko County and the honorable service as a member of the United States Army. Thank you for your service.
Thank you. You got a speech for us?
Well, I don't have much to say.
Okay.
Uh,
I got this, if you got your hat. There you go.
Okay. No, it was something I didn't really care about doing, but I'm glad I did. Made a man out of me. Can't say what I'd have turned into otherwise, but yeah, it was a good experience. I had a pretty nice job in the Army. I drove the company commander Jeep. My highlights of the Army were the 4th Division shipped out in 1952. We paraded down Fifth Avenue in New York in a ticker tape parade before we shipped out. That was quite an experience. I had to have a haircut before the parade, which cost me $5, and I never have got over that. That's about it, I guess.
Very good. Okay. Yeah, you would. Two things for me. He joined the Army the year I was born, if that tells you anything. And you're a Hoosier from Pearson, so you would have turned out to be good no matter what. Okay. Thank you.
My daughter
Excuse me. Okay, we'll move on to the appointment for the PETA-BOA Board. Do we have a list of people for those?
Gail Chapman's going to cover the PETA-BOA
Okay,
appointment.
very good.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Susie Stuckey has served on our PETA-BOA board for many years. She would like to step down this year. And Christy Mayer approached me a couple of weeks ago. She officially retired a week ago Monday.
Right.
And expressed her interest in being on the board again. She has served the county for 34 years in about every area of assessing that you can serve.
Yeah.
She is a level 3 assessor, certified assessor appraiser, and she is my recommendation to replace Susie.
Okay. The chair would entertain a motion.
I'd make a motion to approve Christy Meyer as the new appointment.
Second.
It's been moved and second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Bob Conley, aye.
Gary Groiner, aye.
Brad Jackson, aye.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Do
Okay,
the opioid.
whose appointment is it? Appointing me to the board? Okay. We
Would
have,
make that motion. Appoint Bob to the opioid committee.
yeah, we're moving that right now, Brad. Thank you. Appreciate you keeping me honest. The opioid committee appointment, Commissioner Bob Conley. We have our settlement from the opioid settlement that was negotiated, and there's several $1 million in that settlement. So we have a committee that we put together. We're going to have our first meeting right after this meeting. And we'll go through there's like 15 pages of things you have to adhere to and requirements in order to properly disperse that revenue. So we'll go through that with the help of our county attorney right after this meeting, so. You need a
Yeah, Bob, or
motion for that?
make a
I made a
motion.
motion.
Okay, Brad made a motion, I'll second that.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Oop, we got to do roll call.
Brad Jackson, aye.
Yeah. Bob Conley, aye.
Carrie Groener, aye.
There you go. Thank you. We'll catch on. Okay, Health Department?
No, Sheriff.
Okay, I think we scratched that. Didn't we take that off the agenda, the sheriff's thing? Okay, that's been scratched from the agenda because that's apparently been taken care of. Correct? Okay. Health Department, Bob Weaver. The ordinance that has been put together that he presented at our last meeting, the fee schedule, the ordinance will be read by County Attorney Ed Ormsby.
Yeah, the fees were approved at the last meeting, and so this is the ordinance adopting the amended fees for the Health Department. Upon the request of the County Health Department pursuant to Indiana Code 16-20-1-27 and all other authorizing laws, the board desires to update certain fees charged by the County Health Department as set forth on Exhibit A. Now therefore, the following is hereby ordained by the board. Fees of the County Health Department as set forth on Exhibit A are hereby adopted and established. The ordinance will be recorded and it'll be available for the press as well if they want a copy of it. The ordinance is submitted for consideration and motion.
Very good. Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the new ordinance for the fees for the Health Department.
Second,
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Bob Conley?
Carrie Groener, aye.
Brad Jackson, aye.
Okay. Ed Rock, Emergency Management. Boy, go make him do it all today, aren't you? That's good.
Have to break me in somehow.
There you go.
So, good morning.
Good morning,
Good
Kip.
In front of you, you should have two memorandum of understandings for access to our communications system for Warsaw Community Schools and Tippecanoe Valley High School. Therefore, access to the new communication system so that Warsaw Schools Transportation can learn and hear about incidents happening in the county so they can avoid those on their bus routes. And Tippecanoe Valley would be for basically a panic button emergency alert from the school in case of an emergency.
Oh, very good. Excuse me.
I mean, both these are, it's good to be able to work with our school corporations as we continue to build out our communication system. So, I make a motion to approve these MOUs for both Warsaw Community Schools and Tippecanoe Valley.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye. Bob
Brad
Conley,
Jackson, aye.
Carrie Groener, aye.
Very good. Thank you, Kip.
Thank you.
Appreciate your being here. Any office holder or department head have business with the commissioners this morning? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to County Attorney Ed Ormsby.
No further public report.
Very good, thank you. County Administrator Marcia McSherry.
Yes, we had, through our RFP process, requested quotes from Design Collaborative, Moat Park, and there was a third group that we requested a quote from, and we did not receive a reply from them. This is to do the wallpaper, carpeting in the Justice Building, and painting in areas of need. The Design Collaborative, these book companies are both from Fort Wayne. Design Collaborative was $19,500. In Moat Park, it was $78,840. This would include schematic design, construction documents, bidding and permitting, and construction administration. Carrie and I have both reviewed these proposals, and our recommendation would be to go with Design Collaborative.
Okay. It appears though they compared apples to apples, but someone is hungry and someone isn't. That's a tremendous difference in price for the same thing. So I'd make a motion, we accept your recommendation.
I'll second that, and I know Marcia and I did spend some time and interviewed DNC to make sure their quote was complete, and we both felt really good about what they had in their quote and what we were needing to be able to accomplish kind of a little bit of a remodel, or not about a remodel, but a freshening up of the Justice Building, just to make it look good and continue to have it serve us well for many years to come. So second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Brad Jackson, aye.
Bob Conley, aye.
Terry Groening, aye?
Thank you. County Auditor, Rhonda Helser.
Security important.
Nothing today? Do you have anything further?
Yeah, the Security Committee appointments.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You have further, Marcia?
Yes, Security Committee appointments would be the prosecutor, Brad Foles. Sheriff's appointment would be Mike Mulligan. Judge Mike Reed. Commissioner Carrie Groninger. Court Security Mike Spiegel. And County Administrator Marcia McSherry.
Okay. Very good. We need a motion to accept those.
Make a motion to approve.
Second,
All in favor signify by saying aye. Bob
Brad
Conley.
Jackson, aye.
Bob Conley, aye.
Gary Groening, aye?
Okay.
That's
motion
all I
carries.
have, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now Rhonda. Nothing today. Thank you very much. Highway Superintendent, Steve Moriarty.
Good
I
morning.
always wanted to do that. That sounded pretty cool. didn't it?
I have two things for us today. The first one would be that I'd like the approval, and that's of the plans for Bridge 161. What this says is that we've went through them, we've inspected them. It just needs to have your signature on the title sheet so that it can go to the next step to be approved by NDOT.
Okay, very good.
And this would be the bridge over Walnut Creek there on 200 South, right there at State Road 15, correct?
Correct.
That's the high dollar bridge, isn't it?
Yes.
Little bridge, but high dollar.
They're all high dollar at this
Yeah.
point.
That little bridge is like horse and buggy wide, and it's like $4 million or something. It's crazy. Go ahead, sir.
I'll make a motion to approve that. Do we need to make a motion to approve so we can sign?
Yes.
I'd second that.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Bob.
Brad Jackson, aye.
Gary Groening, aye?
Anything further, Steve?
Then we have the opening of the bids of Community Crossings 22-2, which is Old 30 and Pierceton Road, which is supposed to be at 9:15, which is 9:17. So
Okay.
you can open those at this time.
Yeah, you bet.
You want to come up?
Yeah.
I'll be up there with you.
Okay, we're going to open the bids, and then afterwards, we can take them into consideration and make a decision at a later date. We can, there should be might be a thing in here. You can slice them up. While they're doing that, is there any further business to come before the commissioners? I see some guests in the audience today. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. We'll get the bids open and go from there.
This is going to be for Niblock, and this is a combined project. So when we give the totals, it'll be for both Pierceton Road and Old 30 combined together. The total is $1,568,426.58. 54 cents, excuse me. For Finn and Brown, combined for both roads would be $1,469,013.33. We're getting closer, I apologize. This was for the, this is for, excuse me, Brooks Construction, and this is for a total of both roads combined is $1,579,126.52. So I would make a recommendation that we take these under advisements to make sure all documents, and then next commissioners meeting will award this.
Engineer's estimates.
We do. We can review those in the back.
You'll be meeting,
Oh, yeah, we can meet in that back room. That's fine.
be in this corner back there, that office, you're meeting there right after. We have a special visit today. This is Poppy, National Poppy Week, is that correct? Yeah, come up and tell us something about yourself and your Poppy committee.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
I'm with the American Cancer Society.
isn't this where the Poppy Week or
Daffodils.
daffodil? I get daffodil and poppy, what, yes. There, it's close, come on, give me a break.
You were very close.
I was close, you guys heard that, I was close.
Huh? I'm Janet Wortman. I live in Michigan, and I come here to talk to you because all my work is in Indiana.
Okay, can you introduce your guests too? Not that we don't know them, but,
Yes, no, you don't know me.
yeah.
I am Carol Huffer, and I'm the co-chair here in Kosciuszko County, and this is my right hand, Jan Callahan.
Okay, Jan, hi, Jan. Thank you, go ahead.
And
These
I-
ladies are amazing.
Okay,
Thank you. And I want to thank you for the invitation. to
you're welcome.
come.
Speak up to the microphone, please.
Yes, I want to say thank you so much for the invitation to be here today. We
You're
greatly
welcome.
appreciate it.
It's a tremendous
And I'm
cause, and we're glad to
sorry
do
that,
it.
Brad, you're not here with us.
We can't hear you, Brad. You're here in spirit, right, Brad?
Yes,
Carol, it's good to see you.
thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you want to talk about this?
Sure.
You got 12
I'd like to.
seconds, go ahead.
Okay. I've done some checking here in the county, and Daffodil here in Kosciuszko County was started in 1991. And it was started nationally in 1991, 1994 here in Kosciuszko County. So it didn't take long for it to catch on. I took over in 1997. Just shortly after Brad took over
Office.
or came in as a commissioner, yes.
Wow.
And it has been very successful here
Very
in the
good.
county. We've been very, very pleased with the reception of it. And it's primarily because Daffodil Days is a loved, loved, loved campaign. It's the first flower of spring. It's considered the flower of hope by those people who have been hit by cancer, those who have survived cancer. It's a gorgeous, yellow, bright flower, and we love it. People who purchase daffodils are those who, like I say, we have been hit by it. We
Yeah.
buy it for people that are going through cancer treatments now. It's wonderful to be able to take a bunch of daffodils into the Cancer Society and give it to them, or those who are at home and going through all of that treatment and the yuck that goes with it,
Yeah,
and give them something that brightens their day.
You
It's
bet.
just, it's great. It lasts, we are right now taking orders until the 21st of February, and then the flowers will come into Anderson's greenhouse on the 23rd of March.
wow,
Anderson Greenhouse has been kind enough to let us use their coolers and the space to distribute the daffodils on the 23rd of March since the beginning of this.
wow.
So they too have been a great part, and they love it.
We play an integral part of the process, that's awesome.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
Very
it's
good.
great.
very good.
Any questions?
you have anything further to add?
Yes, I just want to say that the American Cancer Society Ends Cancer. Our main job in our fundraising is to do research and end cancer as we know it for everyone. That's our vision. Our mission is to improve the lives of people with cancer and their families through advocacy research and patient support to ensure everyone has an opportunity to prevent, detect, treat, and survive. And when we went through COVID, it was very bad because
it's bad
patients
for
couldn't get their treatments, they couldn't get anything. Here in Indiana, 3.8 million cancer deaths averted, 65% reduction in cervical cancer, 3% increase in prostate cancer, and 33% dropped overall cancer mortality. Our job is to end cancer.
Very
And
good.
have any of you guys been touched by cancer?
I think everybody in this room has, a loved one has, or knows someone who has.
Right.
It's a devastating diagnosis, but it's not the death sentence it used to be. It's survivable.
Right.
Early detection. Personally, I just went through it last Monday, couple tests to determine and make sure that I don't have that type of thing in me.
Right.
And you get those reports back, and they're positive reports. You get them back, and they're negative reports. All of a sudden, Cancer Society comes full blossom, and
Right.
it hits you between the eyes. So
Right.
thank you very much for what
I'm
you
a
do.
5-time cancer survivor.
There you go, right on.
So it happens, and because of the research that American Cancer Society, I am here today. So,
Early detection is the key.
yep, early detection.
And
So
we-
thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for being
We
here,
need
ladies.
your help.
Do you have anything to say? Step up to the mic, please.
I lost a son to cancer.
Yes, you did. He was
Today,
a-
as
he was a
soon as-
neat guy. I knew him.
Pardon?
I knew your son. He was a swell guy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyway, today, when I get home, my husband and I are going to Fort Wayne because he has lip cancer.
There you go.
I've had 4 cancer surgeries for melanoma,
Yeah,
so I am working very hard with Carol to get rid of this.
very good. Amen.
Amen.
Okay. And there are order blanks and information sheets that we'll have on the back table back here if you want to lay those back there. And so if you're so inclined, you can partake and fill those out and help where you can. Okay, thank you,
you.
ladies. Appreciate you. Anything further?
Carol, it's great to see you.
I'm sorry, Brad. You have any more input?
No, I've just known Carol for years. She was actually my first campaign chairman, and so it's great to see her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, her
give her a virtual hug.
and Bill have been around for quite a while. If you know them, they're a fun couple.
They
They have
are.
a beautiful Huffman Lake. Nothing further to come before the commissioners. We'll see you back here in 2 weeks on February 28th.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Recording stopped.
Janet Wortman. T. Wortman, W-A-R-T-M-A-N. W-A-R-T-M-A-N. What's your title? I'm a senior director of community manager. Senior director of community manager. Senior director of community manager. Correct. Yeah. I take care of Indiana. Go all over.
The opioid committee will meet in this back room back here by Cap Chris.